¿Qué tal a todos? Bienvenidos. Soy una vez más Joaquín Muñoz Donoso, aquí presentando lo que es el Festival Internacional del Acordeón FIA 2025. Esta es la versión número 7 en la que nos encontramos y estamos muy contentos de poder anunciar este año todas las actividades que vamos a tener. Así que si estás viendo esta transmisión es porque ya estás siendo parte de FIA 2025 y estamos muy felices de que estés acá. El día de hoy te vamos a presentar a un acordeonista que tengo la fortuna de conocer en vivo. Él se llama Vladimir Blagojevic, es del país de Serbia, y dentro de su reseña te podemos comentar que él es de la ciudad de Kragujevac, nació en 1980, es el profesor de Kragujevac, que es una universidad que se llama Filum, en donde hay una gran cantidad de acordeonistas de un alto nivel, en donde puedes estudiar desde lo que es el kindergarten hasta terminar también tu doctorado en acordeón. Así que él es una persona que se ha vuelto muy importante en los últimos años en Serbia, ya que ha sido uno de los profesores pioneros en generar esta mixtura entre la educación hacia Rusia y Ucrania, ¿no? Y también toda la educación como de Europa del Este. Entonces, quiero presentarles con ustedes a Vladimir Blagojevic y vamos a hacer, obviamente, esta entrevista en inglés, ya que nuestro querido invitado habla un poco de español, habla serbio, pero también inglés. Así que, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FIA, and we make a huge clap, of course, to Vladimir Blagojevic. Welcome.
Haha. Nice to see everybody. Hello. Hi. I understood a little bit the pronounce that you made on Spanish, so I thank you very much, and it's honor for me to be here.
Super. So we are happy to be here. And first, it's your first time in Chile, no?
Yes, and I hope not the last, which is most important thing. So I hope that our collaboration and contacts are going to expand to starting today. Yes.
Yes, we are going to. So, first question is, why you decide to be part of FIA 2025? La primera pregunta es, ¿por qué él decidió ser parte de estas entrevistas aquí en FIA 2025?
Well, first, I have the pleasure to met you, Joaquin, a few years ago, and then I noticed actually a huge amount of a positive and new energy which comes from this part of the world that we actually never had the chance to experience here in Europe. So somehow we made an immediate impact and contact, and I just wanted to be part of it, to be part of this amazing energy and let's say the push-ups which come from the amazing part of South America. And in the meantime, I also learned that there is a huge tradition of accordion playing in this part of the world. So when you asked me to be part of this festival, I accepted it with great pleasure and great joy. So I'm happy to be here and to share my experience with you, with your listeners, with your pupils, with all the people, not just in Chile, not just in South America, but also across the world, because this festival is growing and has been and started to be recognized around the globe. So I hope that many people are watching us and can witness our conversation now.
Of course, yes, they are going to see that beautiful interview, and thank you for your words. I am not going to translate because in YouTube you can put the subtitles and you can translate immediately. So
Okay.
we go to the first question is, how was your start with the accordion? How was your beginning? How you start? When you decide to be accordionist?
Well, like the most of accordionists, when we are young, we are mostly connected to the different styles of music, and accordion is very much connected to the folk music and folk tradition in every land, which has this tradition of playing our instrument. So the first contact was actually loving and starting learning the folk tradition from my country and from my region, which is the southeast of Europe and the Balkan region. So I started when I was 7, 8, something like that. It's normal age, let's say like that. And then it continued growing for several years. After I was something about 13, 14, and I discovered the classical music, which was um, fantastic achievement for my ears those days. And then somehow it turned up that
Um, um,
when
um,
I was
sorry, when you talk about the classical music, how is the accordion in the classical way? Because here in South America, still be not so common that people play classical accordion. But how is in your country? How is the situation there?
Well, that was already 30 years ago or something like that. We already had the developed system of musical education and accordion, which is implemented in this educational system. So, starting from the very young age, the young accordionists have the possibility to learn, listen, and play really classical traditions of Western and Eastern European music, like Bach, Mozart, Haydn, etc., etc. So we are actually lucky, let's say like that, that those things are already implemented since 50 years or even more in the educational system of music schools. Especially in Serbia or especially in Eastern Europe, it's really an old-fashioned socialist way of city schools, so public schools, where you almost need to learn this music, not just that you want, but you need to learn this music in order to be a proper musician. And I hope partially that these principles will also come in your part in the world. We can push it a little bit together, and but we can also and we should leave the space for all other traditions which are familiar in this region. Yeah.
Not everybody knows, but Vladimir Blagojevic is also now my teacher for the master's degree that I am making, and he tried to push me to learn that music. En español, él es mi profesor, Vladimir Blagojevic es mi profesor y también me está enseñando este tipo de música. So we are working together in development of the future of Chile. And I am sure when he going to came to here, it's going to be fantastic because he's going to see our culture, our music, and he's going to be in love with our traditions. So Vladimir, I think it's a good moment to listen something. We was talking about what is going to be the first video. Can you talk a little bit why we choose that video and what is for you playing that kind of music?
This one with gong, you mean? No?
That was a surprise.
Okay, sorry. No, this is accordion is actually a very young instrument in the terms of a classical traditions in the classical music, and considering that fact, the original music written for our instrument is not so old. We play transcriptions, we play, as I said, the classical or baroque music or everything, but the traditions of original music are not older than, let's say, 70 years, so starting from the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s. So the big part of every accordionist's life should be, and it is actually, especially in Europe, the contemporary music. Mm-hmm. And if you want to be a recognized, serious performer and musician, you actually need to do quite a lot of contemporary stuff. Otherwise, you're going just to stay an accordionist,
Now we know. Now we know why.
So the music that you're playing is that you're going to put now for our viewers and listeners is one piece written from me for the composer Zoran Komadina. He was a very good associate of me during my working days here in the faculty of the University of Kragujevac, and we collaborated on this piece. He wrote it for me 4 years ago, and I premiered it in a few festivals, and I played it also a few times. And this piece was very well accepted, and is part of, let's say, about 100 pieces that I premiered until now. Wow. Not just solo, but also chamber music. And what we really need to push and to start to achieve is not just to play it once, but to perform it all the time and try to make this music alive. Let's say like that. So enough talking. Let's do some music. Yeah.
Yeah, we will see. Mm-hmm. Bravo! Yepa! That was great. So, how is your impression when you receive that kind of new music?
I like it much more actually when I listen it like that than from the first perspective. Let's say like that. Now, when I listen to this, I like it really much. It's very soft and very fragile music, and it pushes out the beautifulness, let's say like that, of our instrument. A lot of people are not aware how beautiful can our instrument sound.
Yes, I know.
So most of people and most of accordionists are just used to accordion sound of some push ups and push downs and this kind of vibrato and not a gentle touch of classical approach to the sound. I mean, when I say classical, I mean really going deep into the quality of sound, and that's what we are trying to do here, especially in my school. And I'm very happy that you are also now receiving this kind of direction.
In your
Yes.
school.
Let's say, why not? That you're receiving also this kind of smell, let's say like that. The most important thing in order to push up our instrument in the quality level very high is to focus ourselves on the quality of the sound. So really microscopic approach of the way the note is progressing, the note is starting, the note is ending, chord is doing the same things, and not just to be as fast as possible as the most of accordionists. Of course, it's important to have a good fingers, but those fingers, it's very important to know that the fingers are just the fast fingers are not just the goal, but it's more the purpose. So this is the tool that we can achieve a good sound, not the goal that we should show to the people and to the audience. So this is kind of a philosophical approach that I'm trying to present about our instrument and the music in general.
So it's super nice. And how is your work with the composer? You work directly with them. They write first, and then you try to play, and then you say no, it's not possible. How is
Well, it's individually. So eventually we need to meet. Sometimes we meet from the scratch before everything starts, and sometimes I receive some some sketches. Sometimes I receive also the finished composition, but it's mostly never that it finishes just like that. I send you a note, you play the scores, you play, and then it's done. Not like that, but I think that it's very important to focus on the small things and to focus on the details. So we really need to meet several times and to try a lot of different possibilities. And I like very much when the composers are open for the suggestions, and also I like to receive very much some new input on how our instrument could work and how our instrument could sound. And mostly actually those good inputs comes from non-accordionists, which is also very important. I mean, as I also know that you're a composer and you're doing a fantastic stuff with other instruments and with other instrumentalists. No, you write great music, really. And it's really very important to receive a feedback from another musicians. When I say another musicians, I mean another instrumentalists, or also the conductors, or also musicologists. And so to try to receive the input from the different sides and from the different perfect perspectives. So this is the only way that we can understand our instrument better. So
actually, in one way, you work with the composer, and finally you finish the piece, because the composer have the general idea, and you take the, how we can say, the technology of your stuff in your accordion.
Technologia, yeah. Exactly.
Actually, it's really You take the idea, you put some technology that is your skill in the accordion, and you develop the
Yes.
music. No.
Exactly, yeah. So eventually, it's very important. How do you interpret it? How do you play it? Of course. So that's why is the interpretation also very important aspect of musical art. Yes.
Perfect. Yes.
So you have one piece which is played very different ways depending on the interpret, of course.
Mhm.
So of course it's a common work. It's the work of a lot of people.
Mhm.
So yeah, this one is very interesting. Yeah.
What about that music? Can you talk a little bit? You can talk a little bit if
I,
we.
I could talk and it goes in the background. Yes. So the fleece beats are actually the micro pulsation of the particles, the neurons, protons, and etc.
Mhm.
In the wool of ships. So this is the idea behind this piece, and these particles are pulsating on the different levels. Some are very slow, some are very fast, some are in the middle, depending on the state of mind of the ship, and depending on the Celsius, or the temperature, outside temperature, and depending on the stress if the ship has or not. And Jug Markovic, who composed this piece, he wanted to present these different levels of the pulsations of the particles, which is actually audible. You can not audible. It's seeable. You can see it under the
Uh-huh.
microscope. If you put the hair of a sheep
Yes.
under the microscope, you can see the different pulsations of the microscopic particles in this, and it's crazy when you see it. And when you listen this music, and when you look in under the microscope, it's really very good, mixture. Let's say like that. And also, Jug Markovic, he's from Serbia, but he's living in Germany and also in France. A very successful young generation composer who is actually teaching composition now in the Stuttgart in the
Uh-huh.
Hochschule der Künste in Germany. Actually, very avant-garde music, as you can hear, but this piece explores the maximum of the sound of our instrument. I think it goes really up to the limits of the glissandi and of vibrati and clusters and everything possible which our instrument can achieve, from the lowest register to the highest register. From the 16th feet very low to the 4 feet very high to the sixth octave.
So
So
it's a piece that basically is show to us how the composer feel the vibration of the microcells of the
yes,
biology stuff when you
yes.
see the microscopy. So and where is the video of the microbiology of the accordion with that?
I didn't have time to focus myself on that, but thank you for the suggestion. We can do it together. It's a
Yes,
part of your
I think it's incredible because I remember that piece because I have the opportunity to listen that piece, live.
exactly in Pula, yeah.
Pula, yes, I was there and you played, and I was, oh my god, the beginning was so great. Even we
Hmm.
can listen now in the background, and the
Hmm.
music is really fantastic
Yeah.
because show us like a kind of vibrato of the accordion that I never listened because it's so.
Hmm.
Maybe we can start from the beginning again to listen now.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's very fast. Yeah, that's the highest level of vibrato. Yeah.
Okay, we will see now because we're going to restart and we're going to feel the beginning and we're going to go out. So we're going to put immediately only that one. And we go. It's really beautiful. We really can imagine the how is the process, not like that.
Thank you.
Look, it's exactly that, no?
Whoa, bravo! Yes.
That's process like we listen the pulsation, the vibration, the micro life.
Exactly.
Incredible.
Exactly, that's it. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We can rearrange that video. Yeah, please.
I was working to try to find some movement special to similar, but
Yes.
for me it's impossible now on that platform put two videos at the same time.
When I spoke with Hugh about that piece, that was his idea. When he listened the accordion, exactly that. I can see that your instrument can present that kind of image, so
Incredible.
I will transfer that in the sound. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice because composers see stuff that we never see.
Yes. Yes, you know it as a composer, of course.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
So we're going to talk a little bit about what is FIA. We are in FIA, the International Festival of Accordion, and in that festival in Chile, we are in Santiago this year. But all the years we move to different regions. So we have 3 days in Santiago, 2 days in the region of O'Higgins, and then we return to Santiago to our end of the festival. And this year we have as a guest Mirko Battarini, who is going to play with us in the orchestra, and also he's going to play solo concert. And we have also guests from Brazil, there's Jorge Torroyao, and we have, of course, around 55 accordionists from Chile, and we have different stuff, different bands with Balkan music, with Chilean music, with folk music, duo with Italians, and we're going to have an incredible festival. So we're going to transmit a little bit commercial of the festival, and then we continue with the transmission with interview of Vladimir Blagojevic. Yepa, that is how we are living now. That was images of the last landscape of the last year, because every year we have a documentary, Vladia. So I hope you're going to be in that documentary this year. We're going to use some video of the interview, and today Monday we start the festival with you. For me, it's an honor, and also we have the premiere of the documentary. So in 4 hours more, I'm going to be sitting in the cinema and watching our documentary. I'm sure it's going to be. I'm going to cry like a Magdalena.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm not live there, but yeah, I'm going to push the fingers that everything is going to be very well accepted, and I'm sure with the positive energy that you're carrying, everything is going to be more than fine.
Yes, thank you. Yes, but our festival, you can have the lucky that you can see everything online. That it means that you can see, for example, I'm going to show you. You go directly to our, how we can say, you go to YouTube. In YouTube, you write Entre Fuelles, and you can find all the concerts that we are making. And you're also going to have all the interviews that we are making. So that
also a live stream, or
also we have all concerts are live stream, and that is the documentary. So you're going to have the link, and you're going to wait, because it's also live in our concert, but also it's live in the real life. So you can watch if you want from your house, and you can write here the comment that, for example, I'm going to write, we are waiting for everyone.
Or, for example, I could take the private jet and come to Santiago. So
why not? I am sure some of our sponsors can pay for that.
Yes.
My friend, that is the documentary that we have, and we are really, really, really happy, because we are going to make an important presentation with our festival. So we return to your interview, and now is the moment to talk about the last part of the interview, because we have tiny time. It's around 30-40 minutes today, the interview. And I'm going to ask to you, what is the future for you? What is how it must be the development of the accordion for the future? I all the time have two questions. That is one, and the last one is like a message for the future generations.
Yes,
so you can combine both, or you can answer separately.
Well, Yes, I probably it's going to be combined because
That is what you like.
my feelings are also combined. On the
Uh-huh.
one side, I'm very scared about the future of our instrument, but it's not about our instrument; it's about art and music in general,
Hmm.
because of the new technologies which are coming and the crisis all around the world. More or less, I'm talking about artificial intelligence and things that are occupying the minds and the industries all around the world. So that's why I'm a little bit scared about the future of music in general and the artistry in its um, uh, core and deepness, let's say like that. We need to focus on that to be special. We need to focus on the image that no kind of artificial intelligence can be better than us, can be better than people to create, produce, and play music. I'm
Hmm.
not I'm not sure that it's ever going to be possible that some kind of artificial intelligence or robot or I don't know what can feel and play better than we are. But the biggest problem is actually the majority of people to understand that. So
Oh,
I think that because already we have some artificial music which is developed not by humans, and most of the people from the street are accepting it like normal. So
uh-huh.
we really need to focus on the education as a core, to present to the world that the art and the science, also science,
Hmm.
is not possible to lead, to develop, and without the humans, without the human brains and the time that we invest in it. So this theme is much bigger than your question actually, but I needed to. Yes.
The question is because we need to know and to be focused because it's easy to talk about the past or the present,
Mhm,
or even it's easy to talk about your
mhm,
history or my history of what we can make in
mhm,
the future of our. But when we talk as a young instrument, the accordion,
mhm,
now is a moment that is really important because now it's more popular even in the classical way here in South America. I mean, now people
mhm.
know that. So we don't want to make the mistake or we don't want to lose the opportunity to be part of the worldwide of accordion.
Well, on the let's go more backwards. Let's say like that. On the one way, we should never lose the connection to the people and to the traditions which connects our instrument to the folklore music and to the traditions from the different countries. But on the other way, we should be aware and to have the awareness of that we need to push our instrument on the higher level and never just to leave it in the first room. Let's say like that I just mentioned. So we really need to be clever enough to have a connection with the old world and to push our instrument in the new world and to develop new ways of thinking. And as I already told you 10 minutes ago, the new ways of sound, I think, which is very important for our instrument, to try to disconnect, let's say, this stereotype of accordion as a bad sounding instrument. It's very
Yes.
important, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So that was actually my main goal of my whole career, to make an instrument sound much better than we are used to that accordion is sounding actually. So yes. And I think we should focus on that. But on the other hand, don't lose the connection to the real world, because we need the children, we need the kids who are playing our instrument, and they're not going to be forced to play when we are talking about the beautiful sound. They're going to play our instrument because they can play a beautiful song to their grandparents in the village. So so really, these are two worlds that need to go together
Uh-huh,
up.
uh-huh, absolutely.
Yes. So
And it's
those
nice.
are my thoughts that are actually, I think that yeah, I I I had to say something clever, let's say like that.
And the message for the future generations.
The message for the future is never lose connection to the commitment because the commitment is making us special. Nobody is going to be special if we are skipping steps. You cannot be a good musician without investing many working hours, working weeks, and working years. Never allow yourself to be substitute with the computer or with a machine, or I don't know with what. Try to be special. Try to be a special individual, just like you. Try to push and invent new ways. And if we have enough individuals like that, then I do not have fears for the future. Let's say like that.
Wow. Really, thank you, Vlad. We still be live in this version of FIA. We are really happy to have you here. Next time you will win your T-shirt of FIA.
Great, that is my goal.
Yeah, but you need to be here. And also you're going to have, of course, your formal credential of artist of FIA 2025, 26, maybe.
Nice.
We will see if it's of this possible. And we're going to finish the interview with you because we are really happy. And we invite to everyone to go to the last concert Sunday, 23 of November. Now, remember that you have the opportunity to play with us. So it's the moment that people can play with all the orchestra. We're going to play all together, and also it's going to be a really fantastic time. So it's the moment to say goodbye to Vladimir Blagojevic. Please write your comments in the YouTube because we're going to develop our skills, of course, in the transmission for have all the other interviews to you. And we say thank you, Vladimir. Thank you to be here. Thank you, really, thank you. Really
Thank you for the invitation. It was a pleasure and honor to be part of this interview and this festival. So, and I'm very pleased and honored to be at the very beginning of it. I push you the fingers that everything goes very well, and I'm sure that it's going to be very well. And this festival is going to develop in one of the most important in this part of the world. So, vamos!
Vamos, Chile!
Yeah.
We let you with Vladimir Blagojevic, and we say goodbye to Vladimir. Thank you. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.